Cross the rainbow bridge of Asgard, where the booming heavens roar. You'll behold in breathless wonder the God of thunder, mighty Thor.
Hey, true believers, it's Rob coming at you with a new video. This video is going to be on my comic book haul for April 29th of 2015. Today is the 30th, which is Thursday. I picked these guys up yesterday, and I picked up a good amount. Not a hardcore a lot, but it's a good amount of DC stuff, which is different for me. So yeah. So we'll just go ahead and start going here with the comic book haul. Here we go. First off, we'll start with Boom Studios, issue number 10, Big Trouble in Little China. I read a couple of the issues. So far, it's a pretty interesting story. I'm, of course, far behind on this one. Let's look this for the cover. The cover looks pretty cool. The art, very cartoony. They've been traditionally pretty cartoony, the art throughout the comic book series. But it's one of my favorite films of all time, Big Trouble in Little China, and it continues the story. So if you like the film, you definitely like the comic book. It's going different. It's kind of in a weird direction now, but yeah, Big Trouble in Little China, issue number 10. To the back here, more selections from Boom Studios. So there you go. Moving on to DC Comics now, Convergence number 4, and this is the big story arc right now for DC. It's I guess I'm not sure if they call this the big summer spectacular series for them or what, but it's not really summer yet, it's still kind of spring. But yeah, this is their big thing right now. It's a reboot of the reboot, I guess. So there you go, Convergence number 4. The cover, it's alright. This guy is interesting looking, but the art itself is a nice advert for Flash, one of my favorite shows. The art is, I don't know, sometimes it's a lot of blacks, and I saw a lot of black shading everywhere. The artist really likes black shading, that's what I've noticed. So, the biggest fan of that type. But it's pretty cool art, I think. It's alright. And the back, gum, effort. So there you go, Convergence number 4. I have not read the other 3 issues, but I'll eventually read them. I don't know when, but I eventually will. So Convergence number 4. Next up, one of the hottest comics out there right now, Batman. Issue number 40. And this is part 6 of the Endgame storyline with the Joker's the main baddie on this one. With Snyder and Capullo, the main guys doing the art and the writing on the book. There's also Mickey and Placencia. Really interesting cover, very different. It's like Batman is the Archangel Gabriel, I think, and Joker's the devil getting cast into hell. But very nice, interesting concept there. Pretty cool art. I like the cover a lot. Of course, it's a pretty interesting series. I'm not going to try to show a lot. I want to do spoilers on here. But to just show quickly the art. I love Capullo's art. I believe his artist. Sorry about that. But the art is really awesome. One of my favorite artists, definitely, who's drawing Batman right now. But I dig it. It's pretty cool. Definitely, like I said, it's one of the hottest ones, very popular, and definitely a must if you're a comic book fan. Batman, issue number 40. Next up, He-Man, Eternity War, issue number 5, Destiny of Doom. Yeah, it's a really cool cover. He-Man's like getting pulled down by some living dead there or something like that. It's a bunch of skulls. His outfit's a little different, silver. But one of the stories pretty. I read some of the comics, not all of them. The original 5 stories, really cool. It's a big war, different factions. I dig the art. I think the art's pretty awesome. If you're a He-Man fan, it's a must, I think. And look at that. I don't know. That's interesting. But yeah, definitely. I'm a big He-Man fan, so I love it. So there you go. That's the last part of my DC comics for this week. He-Man Eternity War issue number 5. And finally, Marvel is usually the top dog for me, but not this week. You only got 2 issues from Marvel and a little extra. Star Wars Princess Leia issue number 3. It's a nice little story. It's okay. It's interesting. Different from the Vader series and the regular Star Wars series. It's Princess Leia little comic book, so it's totally centralized around her and what she's doing with the whole other stuff's going around. Star Wars and Darth Vader comic book. So the art's pretty cool, I think. Just shot the art here. So, Star Wars fans must buy. I'm back. Same advert for all the Star Wars comic books right now. It's the Black Series Vader and look. There you go. Star Wars Princess Leia issue number 3. And finally, I picked up Fantastic Four number 645. It's a big number. I'm not a recent Fantastic Four fan. I've bought issues periodically here and there when like the Human Torch died and some other ones here and there. But when I started collecting comic books back in the 90s, the comic book I fell in love with originally was the Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four was, I think, really good comic back then. I really loved it. The art, the storylines, the amount of characters it would push into a comic. It was definitely one of the centerpieces for Marvel, and it's just sad to see what happened with it here at the end. I'm not a big fan of the movies coming out. It looks like shit, to be honest. It's not the Fantastic Four. They should call it the teenagers who morph into something else versus a cybernetic dude. It's not the Fantastic Four. And, Marvel decided to close shop on the Fantastic Four, and this is why they call it the end. It's the last Fantastic Four. And it's a nice shot of them from the back with the silhouette. Not silhouette, you can see them, but it's very shadowy like. It's a pretty thick issue. It was a more expensive issue, $6. And it's a pretty interesting one. They do wrap up their current storyline, but they go into other stuff where they go into little different stories with different artists to just one of them right there. Just add more layers to the Fantastic Four here at the end. Little like history on them, I guess you could say. Talk about the famous covers of Fantastic Four. Their covers are really well known for legendary covers they have throughout their history. And more stories, and it's a really nice thick issue, just kind of a nice send-off there for the Fantastic Four, and sad to see him go, well, for at least for a while, at least until, I guess, 20th Century Fox, is it Fox? Yeah, Fox. He turns them back to Marvel, and whenever that happens, and then Fantastic Four will come back and strong with Marvel and join the Marvel universe, the cinematic universe and stuff. And I guess in the comic books they'll be just supporting characters from now on. So somehow, in some manner, as far as I understand, who knows? They might just come back suddenly after Secret Wars. So we'll see what happens with that. So Fantastic Four, issue 645. And finally, another freebie. I got one last week, and I got another one this week. This one's a little different than a magazine, but a newspaper, New York Bulletin, free. Everything ends. Secret Wars. What is Battle World? More inside. So it's a cool little newspaper, free newspaper that Marvel's giving out at the comic book shops to get you going on Secret Wars and showing you what's it all about and stuff like that. If you I guess in case you've been under a rock, if you're a comic fan, I guess, haven't read on the internet or on TV. But just more info on it. It's supposed to come out with Secret Wars Zero on a free comic book day, which is this Saturday. I think it started at 10 a.m. a lot of the comic book shops. You open it up, it's like a newspaper style. You got your bulletin, Secret Wars, and just got tons of information on it, and a lot of articles here. Different series that be coming out. I don't know how people are going to keep up with this, but this is tons and tons. You don't have to be select. You just pick your favorites, I guess. This is too many to collect, I think. Well, unless you got dough and you can burn a couple $100 every couple of weeks. So I don't know how they're gonna release them, but it's gonna be a shitload. That's for sure. So yeah, it's a pretty little newspaper that came out. Oh, fell on me, but and then at the bottom it says 8 months later. Back of it, fall 2015. It's all blank. So we'll see what that means. But that's it. That's my comic book call for April 28th. Yeah, 28th? No, 29th. Sorry. It's the 30th. And like the video, subscribe to the channel. Keep on being true believers. Keep on collecting. See you later. Bye.